In this video, I'll be visiting an island in Upper Galveston Bay, right by Houston, that I don't know that many people know about, but I'll be starting my day in Kemah at the boardwalk. And I'm over here in Kemah Boardwalk, and I wanted to stretch my legs and get around a little bit before the sun came up, before the people arrived, and so that's what I'm doing. It's so strange to have Kemah Boardwalk all to myself. I think about all the years when I brought the kids down here. And as you look out through the jetties stretching out into the Upper Galveston Bay, just beyond them, the open water meets the busy Houston ship channel, where massive tankers and cargo ships glide by day and night. This spot offers stunning views of the bay, fresh Gulf breezes, and a front row seat to one of America's busiest waterways, all right here in Kemah. So the history of Kemah is pretty fascinating. It covers everything from early pioneers in the late 1800s through to storms, through to development, fishing industries, shrimping industries, mafia crime families, believe it or not, and through tourism and kind of the stuff you see behind me now, which is the boardwalk. Kemah Boardwalk spans about 42 acres and is well known for being an entertainment hub with tons of rides for both thrill seekers and younger kids alike. Equally, it's also known for its restaurants, coffee bars, and offers truly the full spectrum, everything from restaurants to roller coasters. Kemah Boardwalk was actually founded in 1997-1998 by the Landry's Corporation, and they maintain a really strong presence there today. But for me, more than anything else, it's the opportunity to get out and into the Upper Bay. So, time to put the cameras away and time to go get on a boat and go have an adventure. You know, getting the world to yourself and waking up early is something I love every day. But you really notice the solitude and the peace when you come somewhere like this. On the way back to the marina, I stopped at this place. It's called Tormenta. I guess it's open since I was here last. Very unpretentious, but the coffee was amazing. Time to get some of these covers off the boat and get finally underway. Oh, it makes it easy when you're this close to the dock just to be able to step up here and not have to shimmy my way along. But even when I do that, what I've noticed is it's really actually not that difficult to get done. I do need to clean this boat though. These covers go on and come off very easily. I think while I'm here, put the mast up. So there's these three little screws here that have to come off, and they're always really easy to take off. This mast to go on. And then this kind of comes up over there, and these go back exactly where I found them. So even a plonker like me can do this. And usually you keep this up if you're in the water, but for trailering and things like that, you take it down and then you put it back up when you're ready to use it. It's just that simple. So once this is up, I'm just going to put the little, there we are. Okay, Let's get the rest of these covers off, and they fold nicely and go underneath the seat in the salon area. Easy for me to get to, and a great piece of storage. All right, let's get going. All right, the next things are these covers here, which I'm safe to take down because the sun is kind of over here. So that becomes easy. I love having that storage space down there. It's so convenient. It's like everything that you want fits in there. I've got electronic scooters, I've got battery for the dinghy, which I'm going to try and get out today. All sorts of things going on in there. So, for the boat that this size, it's unbelievable the storage that it gives you. And I'll see you in a little second. And as if by magic, I'm off the dock. I keep saying we're off the dock because I kind of we're this, we're that, because I kind of imagine everyone coming along with me. But in reality, it's just me, myself, and I. So, imagination. It's been a minute since I've done one of these, and so I really do want to do a better job. I'm learning as much as I can, and I never really know what I've got until I get back in front of the PC at home, and I'm working on it. But if you have any suggestions as to things I need to do or things I need to film, please let me know in the comments so that so I can do a better job. Other than that, it's a beautiful morning to be heading out into kind of Upper Galveston Bay area, just by Kemah. I'll see you in a sec. So this is my favorite little fuel dock here on the mouth coming out towards Kemah. I love that little place. Real characters that are in there, but the nicest people. I'll probably stop on the way back in today. And this is the Portofino Yacht Club, Portofino Harbour. And they have this little restaurant thing down here as well. I've never been in there, but I did drive by it last night to find out where the entrance is. And it's right there by the bridge as well that leads from Seabrook to Kemah. So it always looks so cool when you go by and you see this place. As I head under the Bayport Bridge, it's hard to believe that this actually started life as a wooden swing bridge and is now part of a huge redevelopment called the Kemah Expressway project. Also, as you come out here, you can see the Boardwalk Beast, and also, as you head out, the bay beyond it. Now, I know it's early, but there's already people coming back in. That's the boat to run when no one else is around. Hope you had a good time. Right, enough of this Kemah Boardwalk. I'm off to explore the bay. So we are off, we're in Galveston Bay, and there's something really uniquely special about having this entire world to yourself, even for just a few minutes a week. I like most people, I have to work, but what a way to spend your weekend. got in front of me the Houston Ship Channel coming up, and there's, this is, I think, the second biggest or second busiest ship channel in the United States, and it's constant. The amount of ship traffic that comes through here from, the jetties down in Galveston up here to Houston, and the various stop-offs on the way. Obviously, you've got, Houston being a big energy hub, a lot of gas and oil, that sort of thing, but also a lot of cargo and freight comes through here. So makes you feel very, very small when you get out in and amongst it, down here. When you're next to the ship channel, you see them coming by, you're like, oh, that's a big boat. But also you see the dolphins, at the bow push of those boats, and just having to my mind, looking at it, it looks like they're just having the best time ever. They're having a whale of a time out there, and it's just fantastic to see. So anyway, coming up on the Houston Ship Channel, and there's some of these old oil platforms out here as well that might want to go and investigate that one as well while I'm here. This is one of several of these kind of oil and gas platforms that may or may not have been abandoned. I'm not an oil and gas guy. I don't know if this is working. It doesn't look like it is, but I know it provides a wonderful wildlife habitat for creatures both above and also below the water, as many fishermen will attest. Regardless, I think this is a unique characteristic that seems natural in this greater Houston area. Okay, that's our destination. That's Blue Atoll. And that was an island that really came out of nowhere in about 2004, effectively being a place where people dump dredge material. From that, it's kind of developed into being its own nature preserve. But to get to it, you have to cross the Houston Ship Channel. As I mentioned earlier in this video, the Houston Ship Channel is incredibly busy. But what I didn't mention accurately is it turns out it's actually the most busiest ship channel in the US by tonnage. And it actually has been around for a long time. I think it was about mid-1800s was when they first started dredging it and developing it. And then continually over time, it started to get bigger and wider and deeper. Now, obviously now, when you're in the bay, you just have to be careful when you're coming up to this area. And they have a lot of ATONs to clearly mark, that's aids to navigation, to clearly mark where to cross, and then you can use your eyes and your ears to see when is a good time for you to cross. Also, please, please, please pay attention to channel 16. As I scoot across here, you can see a couple of ships in the distance there, and then everything starts to calm down as I fall into the lee of the Blue Atoll. The wind is typically coming from the south this time of year, and so for me, being on the northern end of this island gives me a lovely break. It looks like there's been some other activity here, and since I was last here, there's also a shipwreck. I'm excited to anchor up and to go and view the beach, the shipwreck, and see what I can see. Okay, so I've got me a new dinghy, and I'm kind of just off the shore at Blue Atoll here in Upper Galveston Bay. So you can see there's someone who didn't have the best luck over there. And I have just ordered this in. It's a French company, believe it or not, called EZ Raft, but they have a dealership up in somewhere or other. I think it's the eastern coast. The guys there were fantastic. Like, I phoned on a Sunday night and they answered, and I had this like a week later. And it's got these four, 1, 2, 3, 4 valves. But the beauty of this thing is, or the touted beauty of this thing is, that it's a kind of a hyperlon material, so it's super lightweight. And I got to tell you this, for anyone who's seen my True Kit video, I love that thing, but it's really heavy. This is not. It's so easy to pick up and move around. So I've just inflated it. I'm going to put it in the water and take her for a maiden voyage, hopefully. So I think this is a pretty easy little dinghy to run around in, actually. Pretty happy with it. I'll come up on this wreck here. There's these tugboats over there I can see on the ship channel, but every so often they throw a bit of a wake up, but I guess that's to be expected. But I'm going to go have a little explore, see if I can get on the beach at Blue Atoll as well. Inevitably, when you see a boat like this, several things come through your mind. The story of how and why, because it wasn't like this last time I came. But also you consider the people that may or may not have been on board. And if they were on board, you hope that they're okay. It's just one of those things that kind of adds to the tapestry of time. As you look at a beach, as you look at an area, as you look at an island, seeing these old wrecks, it just reminds you that, it's not always this calm. I love how silent this thing runs with this e-propulsion system. These electric engines just really change the world. And you can just boot around in them. I'm not going very quickly right now because I don't want to, there's a lot of birds on the beach and I just don't want to startle them. But it's amazing how they've changed, not needing to worry about oil, not needed to worry about the way you set it up. And last night, the marina, I charged up the battery for this morning, so it's ready to go. If I had one thing I could change, probably that those batteries would hold a charge for longer. But it's a beautiful little scene out here. Well, as you can see, my beach landing was a success. Coming ashore was very, very easy. And again, having a dinghy that's made of such lightweight material made it super straightforward to pull it up on the beach. It's kind of got this rubberized base to it as well. It's really protected. Well, I made it. So Blue Atoll over here, and look at all the kind of oyster shells and barnacles on this beach. This is a bit of a nature preserve if ever I've seen one. And really easy to get here. Literally from Kemah, 10 minutes. But it's a Saturday in June, last Saturday of June. And I'm literally the only person out here. No one else is here. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. I've got the beach to myself. It is
obviously somewhat hot. I've got the beach to myself. Just me, the birds, the wrecks, and those big old container ships that come through.
I always find it remarkable when nature overcomes whatever we put in her way. In this case, dredging of the ship channel and disposing of that dredged material. This blue atoll, or Dredge Island as it's known to its locals, has now become, as nature decided, a beautiful refuge for nature to exist. And as you look down and across Upper Galveston Bay to the commerciality that's beyond, it's hard to believe that something like this exists right under our noses here in Greater Houston.
All right, well, that's been the day. It's been a fun little exploration out here, and I can see over there's a bunch of barges and dredges and things, and then kind of behind me you've got the ship channel and all the commerciality. Where I'm about to go back to is Kemah, but where I am is alone. Nobody really ever comes out here. I don't know why, but it's a great little spot. I really enjoy it. And if you're ever in the Upper Galveston Bay area, I thoroughly recommend that you come over here to the Blue Atoll. All right, I'm gonna head back in now. I guess I will see you later. Heading back, and I know I have things to do and errands to run and everything else, but I really don't want to. I love being out here. Got a lot more choppy since I left this morning, and there's this beautiful kind of sailboat here. Pretty cool. Tell you what though, Texas in June. Thank you God for air conditioning. So, all right. Well, unless something interesting happens, I will just see you back on the dock.
I wanted to grab a quick video of this little thing. I don't know if it's a tug or what it is, but it seems historical and quite cute. I often see all kinds of boats in all shapes and sizes, but I also often see most people coming out at about the time I'm coming back. Once again, a benefit of getting up super early, and also a necessity of the chores that I have to go and do for the rest of my day. Thanks for coming with me. I always feel a little bit as I come back and the boat journey's over, but I'm also incredibly satisfied. It's been a great day.
Tied up. Enjoy the AC, do some boat chores and get on with it. So I'm really grateful that people actually watch this. I can't imagine how painful this is, but thank you very much. And I'll try and get another one done soon. I will probably do one like on the new dinghy, just like as a separate thing, so you can see how easy it is to operate and inflate and things like that. But it is hot today, so I'm just going to enjoy the cool of the AC on this boat and just relax for a bit. I'll see you soon. Bye.